All right, folks. I am back. I am back. A lot of big thoughts, and not the kind that I like to put. Thinking about just life, location, love, all the things that I haven't been able to find. I was just thinking that, like, I just commented that on a video. The dude could pull because he was an average guy. He had a very beautiful lady. And that's got to be a special guy, really. Because all the time you see these couples where there is, like, approximate similarity in terms of physical attractiveness, right? Between a guy and a girl. There are a lot of guys like me that are single. There are a lot of girls out there that are single too, and that are just very good looking. They're all very good looking, but we haven't been able to meet each other IRL because life is very disjointed in some respects. Like we are physically separate, um, even though we might see each other online, we're not together. And I'm just glad this camera is working because, I mean, you saw for, and of course, just as I say that, it stops working. For the last several Cider House Rules episodes, the camera was doing that. That's the reason why you have these black screens, or the reason why I had the black screen, because the camera was not working. Just checking right now to see if it's still stuttering. I'm telling you, this Invictus laptop, like, worst thing about it. Maybe I could try it with camera up to see if it holds, and if not, I'll just turn it off. Okay. Alright, I have to remember where I was. Again, the plan, the play is I will be playing Nier Automata Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So today, tomorrow, and the next day I will be playing this game. Try and inch closer to the completion of the second playthrough. Regrettable that the review did not have my voice in it. Somehow, in the course of recording the review, my voice overlay was deleted, unfortunately. So, yes, definitely annoying with that happening as I'm basically struggling continuously still trying to get recognized, trying to find exposure for my social media presence online. And as I've said before, I'm not the kind of guy that has to be famous, but I would like to be successful. I would like to be wealthy. Some kind of way. Because I come from a middle class family, like a humblingly simple middle class family. Like my dad was a truck driver, my mom was basically a customer service person for a door company. And I myself have been a teacher. Wasn't always a teacher, but for the last few years I've been a teacher, and so I'm trying to think about my life now, like what. Yeah, see, and there goes the camera. Like, what could I go on to do that would give my life significant meaning? And really, I can't really complain all that much about teaching because it is, even at the worst of times, I think a rewarding career. Reflecting back, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera because I don't want to be frozen in time. But you'll still have my voice, by the way. Um, be right back. I have to use the bathroom, and when I come back, I will finish my thought. BRB. Okay, I'm back. I've been thinking just a bunch about life. Like, I wouldn't say I'm struggling with depression anymore like I used to, where I'm just like, I hate life. Why am I alive? I just wish I could end it all. Like, I don't have those thoughts quite as much as I used to. And I wouldn't go so far as to say I have. I'm going through an existential crisis. I'd say I'm more so just searching for significance and meaning in my life, is what I'm still doing. Like, I want to have a life. I'll go ahead and go here, the desert center. Let me just double check the map. Make sure there's nothing else I can see or do. But turn up the volume as well. It's kind of on the low side. I watched the Poltergeist remake on Hulu, and it was actually pretty good. I guess I could do these quests. Gambler's Coliseum. Wandering Couple. Flooded City. I'll go ahead and do that next. In-game. I just want to look back on my life and be proud of what I did. And really, I can't complain too much. I shouldn't complain too much because I remember even telling my parents this. And in the last 5 years, I've done more to help people than most people have accomplished in their lifetimes. Like, I was a special needs teacher. I still am. And teaching, passing on life skills to kids, in a sense, created a lifelong impact for those students. Some of them were able to read because of me. Flooded City. And in part due to them as well. Like, it's a shared proud moment. Shared source of pride, I should say. Like, they helped me. I helped them.
She wants intel on A2, does she? Where should we start?
We could check out the energy reactions generated during battles. The fusion reactors of androids and machine life.
Oops, I didn't mean to cut them off like that.
Why must we read all these books, brother?
Knowledge expands horizons and enriches existence.
But can't we just transfer all this data over instantly?
That should be the way
head,
of the future.
perhaps, but not to your heart.
I guess. Hey, so...
Yes?
My name? Eve? This book says it's a woman's name. Shouldn't we be called Cain and Abel or something instead?
Humans wouldn't change names so easily. Besides, you should be proud of the name Eve.
Huh. Well, if that's what you think, then I'm fine with it.
Glad to hear it. Is there something else?
After we're done reading, can we go out and play? I'm sure it'll be tons of fun.
All right, but only after we're finished.
You mean it? Then I'm gonna try extra hard to finish this. Extra, extra hard!
You do that.
So these are, of course, biblical references. Dang it, I didn't mean to cut them off, too. Mid-conversation. That was kind of annoying. Adam and Eve were the first people in the Bible, basically. And the way the story goes is they live together in the Garden of Eden. And there's a tree. God says, don't touch it. A snake comes out. And of course, it's the representation of the devil. The snake lures Adam to try it, to eat it. And I might have that confused. Maybe it was Eve. The snake convinces to eat the fruit, and then Eve persuades Adam to try it as well. And because of that, they're thrown out of the Garden of Eden. and humanity is then able to sin. They can essentially go to hell after that in the Bible. I guess I could fish. Why not? What? Something's attacking me. Get away. I still don't know how to upgrade the pod. And I haven't been playing this game as much in general either. Like I realize that I have less personal time. Like I have less time in general now that I'm back to work. It's nice in a way because I feel like I am useful in my life again. Like I am going out, I'm teaching, I'm helping kids. It feels good in a sense to be back to work. Because I'm a contributing member of society again. Like I'm not just sitting at home playing video games all day, but there is a certain appeal, of course, to the unemployed life. Yeah, dang it. It cut off their conversation. I was kind of trying to avoid that. But yeah, I'm thinking about like my life, my work. Really, I don't have many regrets. Like I'm happy with the work that I did. I can't say I haven't accomplished much. I can't say I have much to be ashamed of. Let me put it that way. I mean, I'm happy, and I still am happy with what I continue to do. Like, it's lamentable that my TikTok with this review didn't have my voice in it, because that voice helps people to
The
find me,
bedrock
which is what
here
I'm
was
finding.
bombed out in the last war. Looks like the whole city is starting to sink as a result.
Like, my face and my voice increase my appeal. Being visible online helps me to be discovered. That's what I'm finding. And the more people see me, it's like that saying, like, familiarity breeds fondness. Like, the more people see me online, the more I can grow my audience. The more I can increase my comfort level in front of people online, and then it's a matter of... It's like a self-reinforcing... Dang it, this is kind of crazy. It's like a self-reinforcing cycle. Fell down. Look at all these enemies. Good gosh, dude. Just got hit there. I think I just want to move on to... Okay, I gotta watch out. Taking damage. Try the large recovery.
Target missile sighted.
Is that what we need to protect?
Let's take him out already so I can be home in time for dinner and a bath.
Androids don't need to bathe. As long as you perform regular cleaning and maintenance, bathing is unnecessary.
Yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels good.
He's down. And really, you're looking at basically who I was, who I still am. A big-time gamer. I just like being lost in virtual worlds. It helps take my mind off of all the problematic areas of life, basically. I'm just wondering, like, after you defeat these, I'm wondering what I can't see, basically, and I'm wondering what I don't know. Should I try to transition career, for example? Like, should I try to be a principal? Should I try to be a psychologist? Should I stay a teacher? This is annoying. And there's that age-old saying, like, you don't know what you don't know. And I think that's the reason why I'm also just trying to make it online, because if I can, that could be a way for me to make remote work for myself, in a sense. I just keep destroying all these, I just have to. If I can be successful online, I could be successful anywhere, really.
I think that's the last of the machines.
2B, 9S, come in.
Commander?
Emergency orders incoming. The carrier ship that was set to resupply has come under attack. It's currently being engaged by a swarm of machines. I've asked all Yorha troops in the city ruins for assistance, and I'll need you to provide backup as well. I'm sending flight units and coordinates now. Good luck. Out.
You see? Total slave driver. Whoopsh.
If she didn't order others around, what kind of leader would she be?
If you say so.
I think a good leader doesn't necessarily have to order people around. A good leader can rely on people to know and do the right thing. Even when they're not being, like, directly supervised, even when they're not being directly managed. Like, I often cite that as one of the main reasons I left my last job, was how heavily I was micromanaged by my boss. You gotta have trust and faith in people, I think, to be an effective leader. The more insecure you are, the more that is going to reverberate through the workplace. Like, a good leader is calm, cool, and confident, and again, relies on people, trusts that people will know and understand how to do their jobs. And especially in the case of that last job, like, I was very experienced, having worked there for 2 years, so I don't understand the need for all of that. Yeah, a lot of stuff everywhere. I mean, in the beginning it was nice to have, but like at that point, it really just felt like I was being sabotaged in a way. I feel better at my new job, but like I told my mom today, I still haven't been paid. Still thinking again about the move, because my lease is up next month, so that's been heavy on my mind too, just all this stuff. Going back to school, I was thinking about that today too. Because I just don't want to be stuck in the same job. Like I said that in one of my interviews too, like the dead-end job. I don't want to be stuck in the dead-end job. I'd like to make a career out of this. Being a streamer, being a content creator online, because if I can, that can afford me so much more flexibility than I've had before, really. I could do it from anywhere, really. And I could be my own boss. I don't have to worry about, you know, this, that, or the other thing. I don't have to worry about
Attention, this is Carrier Blue Ridge
how I'm
2.
perceived.
Requesting support from any friendly units in range. We've come under heavy fire from the enemy.
This
Our
is all
escort
kind of
ship
cool,
is
like the
taking
whole
damage and is
9S
unable
alternate
to engage.
storyline.
We're currently resisting with all remaining support fighters, but we can't hold them off for long. I repeat, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2. We need immediate backup from any available android forces.
I like new stuff. I'm interested to see how the 9S storyline is different from the 2B storyline in the first playthrough of the game. So far, I'm liking it. Just like I like the original game. I think, on the whole, Nier Automata was very well executed. And there are some ideas that I think
enemy inbound. Looks to be 2.8 clicks southwest of us.
it would be wise for other game companies to take note on. The whole alternate, what they call separate ways playthrough that was like in Resident Evil 6, I think it's a very creative idea. It's a good idea. Alright, he's almost down.
Enemy aerial unit destroyed. Reverting back to area recon.
Wait, I'm still picking up a large enemy presence.
Didn't I kill that already?
What on? If it's that big, we should be able to see it.
Well, that's new.
I think I just have to keep an open mind. Like, that is the most critical thing. Just keep an open mind.
Is that a machine?
It's freaking huge. Crap! It's blocking close-range attacks with EMP blasts.
I can't
Gotta
shoot it
find
directly.
another way to damage it.
Operator 210 to 9S. Command has decided to stage a direct satellite laser strike on the hostile. We need you to destroy the enemy EMP generator so we can lock onto the target.
EMP generator?
Sending the coordinates to your map now.
EMP generator target confirmed. Marking on map. Proposal. Destroy the generator quickly.
I feel like high school is so advanced too. Like, I'm teaching high school for the first time. And a lot of the stuff is stuff I don't even know. Like, they're talking about like cellular respiration, and I'm like, dude, I am so lost. I'm still just trying to pick up and figure out like what it's all about, basically. I know high school teachers are able to do it because they have to focus on one area.
Go ahead.
And they just teach the same thing like 6 different times.
In the lone sighting 320 years ago. Upon reaching land, the unit unleashed a devastating electromagnetic wave attack. All resistance fighters in the vicinity were annihilated.
So basically, if this thing reaches land, we're screwed.
Affirmative.
Yeah, I think all this is brand new. I don't remember any of this from the first playthrough. Can I control these or not? It says no. Oh, I see. I have to shoot those. It's saying I can't hack it. Oh, well. And it's so weird to the school that I'm working at. You basically had like a 1-day fall break, and I think that's the first time I've ever seen that. Like usually fall break is like a week long. And really, with the life that I've led, like I've been doing a bunch of reading, but everything I see and experience is like an adventure,
Confirmed elimination
basically.
of electromagnetic interference. Stand by for incoming satellite laser strike.
Like these games that I never played, like this is a 6-year-old game and I've never played it. I played Dragonflight, like World of Warcraft. I played through all the Resident Evils.
Oh, come on! Is
Played
that an electromagnetic
Hearthstone.
barrier over its whole body?
Played Witcher 3, which was a good game.
Having trouble over there?
Batman Arkham Asylum,
Yorha?
Batman Arkham City.
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12C Defense HQ. I'm the commanding officer, 4B. Don't worry, we'll take it from here.
2B, let's leave this area to the reinforcements. I have an idea. You and I should meet up at the spot I just marked.
It does kind of make me wonder, like, what happened to most of Yorha in the
We
first
got
playthrough.
mortars lining the shoreline here. All the EMP shielding in the world won't help against close-range mortar fire.
Got it.
I'll help
Like,
in.
basically, the only exposure we got to Yorha in the first playthrough was, like, in terms of the Renegade units.
This thing's armor is too thick.
If we
need more
remember this
firepower.
from the first
2B,
playthrough.
let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some fire in its stupid mouth.
Alright, what do I do? This is decidedly easy. Hacking.
We gotta bail, 2B. This is bad.
Are you all right, 2B?
That enormous machine is an ancient
Let's
weapon.
go.
It was designed to help annihilate the androids, but it wound up going out of control.
I just wonder, like, what kind of career would
I
be
was
the best.
part of the machine's network when it happened, so I remember it.
Would I
The
be
moment it
happy
reached land,
as
it went berserk and began attacking everything
government
in sight.
worker,
No one
or
could figure out how to stop it. They eventually marooned
should I
it
just
deep in
keep
the
trying for
ocean,
the simple life
but
as a
it seems
teacher?
to be searching for a way back. Huh.
And really, I'm
Hey,
not
2B,
even.
I think I have another
Like, my
idea.
current title's
You
not
keep that
teacher.
thing right
I'm
where it is,
currently a
okay?
learning specialist.
Please, 2B, this is gonna work.
So it's like a connotation that I'm a teacher, but it's
2B, I'm going to see if we can use those missiles back on the shore. But I need you to destroy the EMP unit on that thing's back. Otherwise, they're just going to go off course.
dodge, dodge, dodge. It affords me in a way like more flexibility than teaching. Like that's what I was saying. We gotta keep and do that. What I mean by that is there was a day, for example, at the high school I taught at, and it was called Field Day. And basically there was just a bunch of sports-based games that the kids can participate in. And they gave me the opportunity to lead one of the games. And I hadn't done anything like that at the elementary school I taught at. Like they had it was a smaller school that I taught at. Like there were only 75 kids at the school, and so it was much smaller than the high schools that I'm currently teaching at. Bunch of lasers everywhere. I think I like my new job overall, starting off. Okay, it's not quite as special to me as gaming, but I don't think I'll ever be able to make a job out of this. At least not with my numbers, let me put it that way. If I was able to like get like 1 million subs or something, I could.
Missile controls engaged.
Or yeah, I really don't know, actually. I don't know like what kind of numbers I would need to make a career out of this. I really don't know. All I can tell you is I'm not there yet.
I didn't think this would be so hard to control.
Alert. Obstacle ahead. A collision at this speed is not recommended.
Well aware, thank you.
Oh, for the first time a couple of days ago, for example, wore shoes that were in my collection.
Signal lost.
For the longest time, I just did not wear them. And the shoes that I've been using have been worn out.
Organize a search and rescue party for the missing Yorha members at once.
2B. 9S. Don't die on me.
The left outsole is being worn out because I walk so much.
The child held sway over enormous strength. But sadly, he was also a little bit broken. He spent his long days hurting those around him. He tried his best to be good and kind. But despite his efforts, things never seemed to turn out. They told him he was unwanted. They abandoned him in the deep, dark ocean. And from the cold at the bottom of the sea, he cried out, "Mother, Mother, Mother, Mother." But his voice never reached his mother.
So yeah, I tried out the shoes that I haven't used, and they weren't my size.
This is Tactical Support Unit Pod 042, assigned to 2B.
This is Tactical Support Unit Pod 153, assigned
I
to
basically got like
9S.
blisters on the back of my feet, and
We
today
pods often participate in the same battles.
my ankles were like
Exchanging our
bleeding
situational
through my
data would
socks.
theoretically allow us to plan combat strategies in a more efficient manner. Proposal: data should be transferred regularly between Pod 042 and Pod 153.
I got a shot on it.
Analysis. This
On the
idea
socks.
is sound. Proposal
I
accepted.
got a band-aid on my ankles.
Records will be organized in time for the next situational exchange.
Got a haircut too, by the way, like just a bunch of stuff. Winter's coming. Is hacking space? Did I have no idea what is happening in this game anymore. Like, so much stuff has happened. Like, 1 minute we are fighting machines, the next minute we are stepping into Gundams, next minute we're fighting a giant like robot monster. So much stuff happened, right? Like, then I'm hacking, like, just a lot of stuff happening. I find myself in a bizarre memory storage area stretching as far as I could see. That's something else. I'm also reading Sutter House Rules, and it's very laborious. Like, it's the chapters are very long. I'll be relieved when the book is over and done, because I wouldn't go so far as to say it's a quote-unquote bad book, but it's very tedious reading it. I don't think it's at all like 100 Years of Solitude. Like, it's not a very fun read. I think my main criticism is there are just too many characters. And the book struggles with scope. I think that's true too. And I even remarked this during the read aloud. It's like, this book could have really been split, in my opinion, into 3 different books with how long it is. Like part 1, part 2, part 3, kind of like Harry Potter, like part 1, part 2, part 3, because like as it is, it's just like, it seems like it's just too long. He goes these stretches without really saying anything. Anyway, it's a maze, a labyrinth, a massive interconnecting network. I've never seen anything like it. Being created by the machines. So then, what am I doing here? I am 9S. That's all I can remember. Large portions of my memory have been destroyed. How did that happen? Before the missile explosion? What if I forget everything? My memories, myself, my... Okay, calm down. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Just follow the emergency manual and execute the memory recovery program. The recovery program begins to fill in the blanks in my memory. Drift back like missing letters filling out a word. Bunker, 2B's plant, a colossal machine life form, the last resort missile strike. Reservation mode was activated at the moment of the blast. It halted most of the safeties the network had in place. I remember the students I taught, and I wonder if they remember me. Must have been the EMP blast. Looking up to the machine. Didn't even read that, it went by so fast. And I was let go with that job over an email, basically. That's how ridiculous it got. Do I see myself playing Silent Hill 2 Remake or World of Warcraft when they have a discount? Basically, that's how I buy things, when it's on discount. Same thing with Elden Ring DLC, when it's on discount. Maybe during winter, the winter sale, I'll be able to pick some of that stuff up. Maybe during the fall sale, maybe. I'm also thinking about travel too. I went to Asia for the first time this year. I only spent a few days in Tokyo. It was just such a culture shock. Like, I was not expecting it at all. No one spoke English. Very few people spoke English. It took a while, but the recovery program managed to restore most of my memory functions. People who just straight up did not speak English at all. I still can't establish a link to my body. Most of the signs are in Japanese, if not all the signs were in Japanese. I guess there's nothing else to do but examine the surrounding memory space. Looks like the machines gathered and stored a lot of info in here, but it all seems pretty random at first. On closer inspection, I learned how it's all connected. There are a variety of entries, such as data on human history and philosophy. It's really strange that the records of machines stored next to those. In the politics category, records of the machine's own governmental endeavors. They tried all sorts of things: absolute monarchies, republics, democracies. That wasn't all. They also engaged in other scholarly pursuits such as philosophy, mathematics, science, and social criticism. Like the network was copying every possible human behavior and discipline. Almost as if... machines are imitating humans? Why would they do that? Simply put, they learn from humans. Like monkey see, monkey do, except they're machines. That's how machines in our world learn too. They learn from humans programming. That's how AI works. It's basically just based on human knowledge. This whole sequence is like very weird. I think it's in a good way because it's interesting. Dive deeper into the records, like find out indication of the machines creating new cultures or values. They only imitate human behavior. Strange thing is, if a unit fails, it fails in exactly the same way the next time. The question is, how would machines behave if not like humans? You might say they would behave like machines, but how would that be? What does a machine behave like? Again, they're all human constructs. They're all made by humans, so on a certain level, they would always have an element of humanity to them, if that makes sense. That's kind of a phrase I use too much too, if that makes sense. Like, of course it makes sense. I should think so. The machine forms a dictatorship that eventually collapses. It won't try a new type of government. It just forms a new dictatorship. It plants crops and they die. It tries the same thing again. Humans don't exactly do that, though. They experiment a bunch. And again, and again, and again. Keep performing the same behaviors. They don't ever learn. When it comes to combat, the machines show overwhelming adaptive behavior and evolutionary speed. Now, I should say the major caveat to that is humans get set in their routines. Like me, like I keep having chicken sandwiches over and over again because it's familiar. I don't really try different types of foods. Like I'll be having turkey, lettuce, tomato sandwiches next week. And even that's a pretty big jump because I can't remember the last time I made a sandwich with tomato and lettuce on it. Usually for lunch I'd have like hot dogs, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Those were like my staples. Heck, I'm trying beans, I'm trying cottage cheese, potato salad, like... I guess what I'm saying is like I'm trying to venture out in terms of the foods I eat. Trying to expand my thinking to... Just trying to like open my mind as much as possible. And then trying to, of course, just get out there more. Just trying to be more social. Trying to meet more people. Trying to get my name out there in a positive way. Show adaptive behavior and evolutionary speed. So why did they insist on imitating humanity? Why did they imitate their failures? It's almost as if the objective is failure itself. It's a change in data, some kind of movement. I hold my perception, hold my breath. I hear something, a distant voice. I and out. All androids. There's something there, something clearly intelligent. What the heck was that? Are they talking? I like the overall flow of gameplay of WoW, and then this game's full of gameplay I think it's good, I think. I like how there is, again, a different perspective told through the second playthrough. I announced to all androids. The words shimmer into focus. The voice grows clearer in my mind. It is Adam, a machine made in the image of man. The machine life forms have evolved, he says. We made war, learned, grew, and thus we gained a new consciousness. Indeed, it is as if a new form of existence has been born. Just a bunch of reading. Lies, nothing but lies from mere machines. Adam laughs. And yet you androids claim to be alive? How very odd. You're puppets who lack even your own free will. No, you're wrong. Words flow through me as though they were poured into my ear. How am I wrong, boy? I'm where... Perhaps you have a will after all, he chuckles. Perhaps you have desires. Now you see, boy, the true meaning of life is hatred. You're wrong. Vile hatred slumbers in the depths of your heart. You're wrong. The more you try to hide it, the more the darkness grows. Wrong. 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 Damn it. We were made to protect mankind. We're not the same as you machines. I just wonder how my life would be different if I lived somewhere else. I think that's a good way for me to go, is just keep asking these types of questions, like how, why, what could I be doing differently? How could my life be better? Yeah, my ankles are healing from those shoes that were a size too large for my feet. There's that beautiful music. Yeah, just a surprising amount of reading this episode. Like, it reminds me a lot of the read-alouds I have. I wish there would be more voiceovers. Because, I don't know. In the past, I've been shy, like a shy guy. I think I'm coming out of my shell more and more. Just trying to just seem like the best version of myself, I guess. Not overly proud. Okay, where is that next passage? What is with this area? All who live are slaves to desire. Such internal appetites are what give our lives meaning. Some seek beauty, others serenity. For me, hatred is the, I'm not like that. Ha ha ha, oh, yes you are. You do not trust anything. You want to destroy everything. You have lost hope in everything. You want to obtain everything. You want to be loved by all. You're thinking about how much you want to be, aren't you? Reality stained by lies. Stop it, stop it. Hatred pouring into you. You're wrong, damn it. Overflowing desire. I'm not like you. Your true self. We're not the same. Stop it, stop it. Not my fault, okay? Damn it. Stop it. Help me. Help me.
Each of the machines treated their treasures with great care. One treasured family above all else. Another treasured its older sibling. Another treasured its own beauty. But one more machine treasured something unique above all else. Hate.
Is this
That Adam?
death? So dark. So cold.
Ninus! 9S.
2B.
Come on. Let's go home.
Self-hack. Let me check the time really fast. 51.
Proposal. Engage memory core diagnostics.
Yeah.
A single reply is sufficient for acknowledgement.
Fine.
I'm just glad it's not another like sequence. I think I did this in the original playthrough too.
Memory core diagnostics complete. No issues detected.
Good.
Proposal. Engage visual sensor diagnostics.
You got it.
Visual sensor diagnostics complete. No issues detected. All checks complete.
Took long enough. Don't you think it's overkill to perform a full data overhaul?
Unit 9S was seized by the enemy and placed in a non-controlled state for an extended period of time. There is a high probability of corruption by an enemy logic virus.
All right. Cram it. Anyway, I just gotta sync up with the bunker server and then I'm out of here, right? Huh? What was that?
Unknown.
Halt the data sync.
Alert. Data synchronization is mandatory for all Yorha units.
Yeah, I know that, but we just got some kind of weird noise. Halt the data sync for 2B as well.
Affirmative.
Let's figure out where that noise came from. Just to be sure, you know? Open a port to the server.
Just a lot of stuff I'm thinking about. Like my backlog too. There are a bunch of games that I get to play. As I've said before, I've already made the announcement on this channel. I plan on covering God of War after I complete Nier Automata, the second playthrough. There's just a bunch of other games like Control. Just crossed my mind too. Cyberpunk's DLC I could also try. I just want to upgrade my computer before I do. Because this computer really struggled with Cyberpunk. It's not a top-of-the-line game machine, which is part of the reason, coincidentally, that the camera does not work very well.
No time to examine everything. Better stick to the main data nodes.
Detected. Access log to Council of Humanity's lunar server.
Shipped over. Shipping records. I think I would have been completely miserable as an accountant, really, looking back. I'm glad I was a teacher. Making a difference is what I was able to focus in on and what drove me forward. And what I think continues to drive me is like my ability to make a difference and to make a meaningful and impactful change. If I stay here, I'll still be doing everything I can
What's a barrier doing here?
to continue to do what I've done.
Looks like
making
records for
change.
supplies shipped to the moon. Strange. There were a ton of empty containers. That's weird. Why would they do that?
Gotta think about it from every angle of my life. I think teaching is a good job. Whoa. I'm wondering if there
Detected.
could be something
Yorha
else
unit storage records.
that I would find fulfillment doing. Body
What's the
storage
point of all this
records.
heavy security? All the black box data has been deleted, but it looks like everything else is here. Huh? A new port just opened.
I think once the sequence is over, it should be the end of today's episode. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to support the show, whether it be on TikTok, YouTube, or anywhere else by sharing, liking, commenting,
Detected.
donating.
Council of Humanity and Project Yorha Records Index. Alert. We are not authorized to access this data.
Man, this stuff is all wrong. I need to check this out too.
I just keep thinking and wondering how my
An
life could be
attack
different.
barrier? Really? Why the heck would they install one of those in this server?
Should I stay or should I go? Age-old question. What am I not considering? Permissions to be received from the designated parties responsible for each entry prior to viewing. Council
Let's
Yorha
see.
records.
Looks like info about how the Council of Humanity was formed as part of Project Yorha. Wait, isn't that backwards?
After a long period of battles and adventures, the prophet spoke. Oh, grant me the mercy of the land. Oh, grant me the joy of the heavens. Release me from my yoke of iron. Thus shall our souls be.
What was that? Crap! Did they find me?
Negative. Emergency backup request from 2B.
Close the server connection and activate my body.
Affirmative.
I'll go ahead and save here. Today's episode. Assuming I can.
Ah, 9S.
Operator? What happened?
We recently detected large numbers of machine life forms throughout the factory area. We received a support request from 2B soon thereafter, but have been unable to respond due to poor reception.
All right, I'll try to gain access from the main terminal.
Okay, I like my current job, even though I feel like I come home tired. I feel like I'm getting a lot less sleep now because I have to be up earlier and it cuts into my natural sleep cycle, definitely. And it does have what I've observed to create a sleeping deficit. So, for example, today I had off my first 1 day fall break, and I spent like the first half of the day asleep because I'm just catching up on sleep that I missed out on throughout the week from just repeatedly waking up early. And then it's like I don't get to bed earlier, I get to bed at the same time. And so I create a sleep deficit because I'm repeatedly getting less than the required 8 to 10 hours of sleep each night that I should otherwise be getting. So that's the main disadvantage of the job that I have, is that it's very traditional. Like I have to go into the office. It's it's a traditional job, let me put it that way. Ending in exactly an hour. Let me see if I can see myself again. Looks like not. It's not even turning on now, the camera. Well, to all 0 of my viewers, please remember to support the show, like, comment, share, subscribe, donations, Dumbo Stormer Show. Thank you so much for